do demonstrate a lot of vacuums here. And if you see it here, that means we like it. That means you can't go wrong with that particular machine. But we are not here to actually pitch or sell. As a matter of fact, you couldn't buy a vacuum at VacuumRepairShop.com if you wanted to. But you could find the right place to buy that vacuum. So the idea is, we think you should go to the local vac shop. So if you see something you like at VacuumRepairShop.com, we're only demonstrating or showing products that we believe in. If you like what you see, you should go to your local verified member at VacuumRepairShop.com. So that's my little disclaimer before we demonstrate any vacuum, because the idea here is we just want to demonstrate nothing but high quality vacuum cleaners, and they have to fit a certain criteria for us to want to demonstrate them here. Not every vacuum is for every person, but there's a few things you want to look at. Everybody's got different cleaning needs, okay? But when you look at a vacuum, here's 4 things you want to consider. Here's the general rules, right, Mike? This is what we tell every customer that come in the door, right? And we're telling every customer that we're doing a video for. How well is it clean? How easy is it to use? How long is it going to last? And what's the filtration like? So those are really the 4 things you want to look at in a vacuum cleaner. There might be one other thing you want to look at too, and again, that is, where are you getting that vacuum cleaner? Is it easily serviced? When you buy it, you don't want to go on Amazon. You don't want to buy a vacuum online. We just had a customer leave here right now who just bought his Dyson from Amazon, and day one is having a problem with it, came in for our advice. We helped him out with it, but while we were here, we showed him what he could have had in one of these particular vacuums. So again, this is the Sebo Felix. It's one of every vacuum, not every vacuum shop, but a lot of vacuum shops consider this a pretty versatile machine, and it fits a lot of needs for people. So, and you know what, especially nowadays where people are looking at Sharks and Dysons and that kind of thing, we're a believer at VacuumRepairShop.com that you should have a bagged vacuum. So this gives you the high quality German machine, but you still have the swivel head, you still have attachments on board, but it's in a bagged version with a longer warranty. So anyway, on-off switch up here, I'm going to get right to it. Sebo Felix, it's sold a few different ways. There's your Sebo Felix, and then there's your Sebo Felix Premium Onyx. And this never fails. Anytime I'm going to do a demonstration, a customer comes into the showroom, which we like, but you're about to hear something in a second. Ready? I think I hear something. So it's not the vacuum. Front door is open. So let's take care of these customers. We'll be right back. All right. Let's get into the Sebo Felix. All right. So step on that right there. That's the handle release right there. We like this. We like to call this machine. This is a 3-in-1 machine. Okay. The Try One. I was gonna private label this machine and call it the Try One. TRI-1. Okay. Or the triple threat, because it can. Because this is actually 3 machines in one. It's a powerful 2-motor upright. It's also an electric broom. Plus, you can break it down to a portable vacuum. So if you want to carry it around, do your above floor cleaning, you can. So it's kind of like a canister on a stick. So it gives you all that you're capable of doing everything you can do with a canister vacuum, but it's kind of on a stick with everything in front of you. So anyway, on-off switch right here. Pretty quiet machine. Okay, on-off switch up on the top. Okay. Height adjustment here, also an on-off switch on the head, so I can turn that off and go to bare floors if I don't want the brush spinning. Turn that back on. Again, we have a very low nap. There's a height adjustment on the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the really cool thing about the Sebo power heads is that they kind of tell you if you have it at the right setting. So whether it be the Sebo Felix or any of their canister vacuums, there's a couple companies that make really good power heads. Sebo's one of them, okay? Actually, I should say there's only a couple that make really good power heads, and Sebo's one of them. So it does have the height adjustment on the top, and it kind of tells you if you have it too high or too low. So I'm gonna raise this all the way up to 4, 4 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. When I put it at 4, when I turn it on in this low nap carpet, you're gonna see there's a red light going on. See that red light, Mike? You got it? Okay. So that red light tells me that the brush is not hitting the carpet. So it's telling me to lower that down. Again, in my shop here, it's all low nap carpet, so I can lower it down to 1. Most of the time, you want to put this down as low as you can, but it may signal that you have it too low as well, too. So sometimes if you have like a really soft carpet, that's what they, you know, they make those soft plush carpets now, those thick carpets. Sometimes if you have that adjustment lowered all the way down to 1, the brush will bind up in the carpet, so you need to raise it up. But in here, in the showroom, I can just lower it all the way down, and I can show you how it cleans. So I can turn it on, lower it all the way down, and then Mike, you can get a close-up of it picking up on this commercial carpet. You can probably see it get right along the edges here too. You can see that it's pulling that hair in before it even gets there. It's not even touching it. So as close as you can get to the wall, it's going to be clean. And now let's take a nice tap right through the hair and reveal what's under here, which is another component of a car. We'll do that demonstration later. As you can see, that's pretty powerful. That's pretty aggressive. So it is a deep cleaner. It's got a powerful motor here, and it's got a powerful motor down there. So 2 motors for 2 different jobs. What are the 2 different jobs? The one brush roll motor, the power nozzle motor, that job is to lift the nap of the carpet, raise the nap of the carpet, and then, so that's the one motor that spins the brush. And then the second motor is for the suction. So you got a nice deep cleaning brush that is not going to shut off on you, or unless you pick up something you shouldn't. We'll show you that in a second. But it's going to spin right at the right revolutions. And then you've got the nice suction motor that's going to put that dirt into the bag. So the brush is sweeping the dirt into the suction path, into the bag. And then this machine has got a really good circuit breaker. Let me see here. Here, I got right here, right over in our other display here. So it's got a low profile. So as low as you can, if you can lower this down, it goes all. It's easy to get underneath it. It also has the L shape right here, okay, which makes it easy to get around the legs of the furniture. So if you're vacuuming around the couch, or maybe you have the dining room table or something, dining room chairs, and you don't want to move them all out, you can actually get around the chairs like this very easily. You see that, Mike, how that does that? Yep. So that swivel makes it real easy too. So you don't necessarily have to move with the machine. You can just move your wrist, and it can clean up a larger area without actually moving that way. So because it has a low profile, if you want to go underneath the bed, if you want to go underneath the sofa, you can. But you may go under there and pick up something you shouldn't, okay? So we've all done it. It happens. Sometimes we pick things up and it creates a clog. Sometimes we pick something up with that brush roll and it breaks the belt. You don't have to worry about breaking the belt with this machine. So if you do pick up a sock or a shoelace, this has a circuit breaker on it. It will automatically shut off. So as soon as you pick it up, red light goes on. You got that, Mike?
Yep.
Red light?
Yep.
Red light goes on, tells you there's something stuck in there. All you do is turn it off. Pull whatever's in there out, okay? Very easy to get it out of there. And then, when you turn it back on again, it resets itself. Green light goes on, tells you you're good, okay? So, this machine actually has a lifetime belt warranty, okay? You will never replace the belt on this vacuum. It actually comes with a 10-year motor warranty, 10-year parts, 7-year labor, and then a lifetime belt warranty, which is probably one of the best warranties on any vacuum that you can get. Let's spend a little more time talking about this, because I think it's probably one of the more impressive things of this vacuum, or any vacuum. Number one, it's got a clean out port down here, okay? So if you do pick up something you shouldn't, cat toy, one of the kids' toys, maybe even maybe a nail or screw or paper clip or something got stuck in there, or sugar pack or whatever gets stuck in there, you can go in there and get it. It's very hard to clog this machine. There's like little access points everywhere you go. Like right here, there's a point where you can clean it out. There's a point right here where you can clean it out. So it's very hard to clog. So it's very unlikely that you're going to get a clog in this machine, or at least a clog that you can't get at. It's very easy to get at. This is a real cool thing. Everybody loves this brush on this machine. First of all, it's a nice firm bristle brush, so you're going to lift that carpet. But second of all, it's very easy to clean, and it's very easy to replace. So it's inevitable. If you have dogs or if you have long hair, their hair is going to get around that brush. You're going to have a need to clean this brush off. Not just with this vacuum, but with any vacuum. So it's very difficult to clean a lot of these brushes. You have to take the scissors and cut it along there. You have to bring it into the back shop for a tune-up. With this, it's very easy to maintain. You can just push this end cap off, okay? And this brush comes right out, so you can just clean it off and then pop it back in there, okay? Pretty cool, right, Mike?
Oh yeah,
That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
it's very
Yeah,
impressive.
and you can't. And you'll notice you can't see the belt anywhere. The belt is not exposed to the dirt. The belt is not getting chewed up.
Very
and so
handy.
you're never going to break the belt on the machine.
Very handy.
So it is probably one of the best power heads on the market. And I would say bang for your buck. This is a pretty good value. This machine. Again, we're not here to tell you that you should buy this machine. We think you should go to the local back shop and push it and get your questions answered. Again, visit VacuumRepairShop.com. If you can't find your local you want to look at a verified premium member, because they're the ones that have been trained. They're the ones that know the right questions to ask and to figure out what your needs are. Again, cleans better, lasts longer, easier to use, better filtration, and then of course value, or where you're getting it. That's important too. So this machine, it comes with, we'll show you how it breaks down into a electric broom. Okay, so we showed you the powerful 2-motor upright. Now let's show you the electric broom. Years ago, I'm getting excited, Mike. I'm starting to talk fast. I got to slow it down a little bit, right?
Okay.
People understand. So years ago, people used to have electric brooms, like for their kitchen and stuff. You know, Regina made one. Bristle might have made one. So this actually converts to. It was a good idea, okay, but this is actually a complete cleaning tool that you can do everything. So if you want to do carpets, floors, you can. If you want to do above floor, you can. Couches, chairs, we'll get to that in a second. But if you want to, you can. Again, it's got nice soft rubber wheels, and if you want to do the bare floors like this, you can with the brush spinning. But sometimes the debris will spit behind you if you have a lot of debris on the bare floor, because that brush is spinning so fast. So you can actually turn the brush off. So you can turn that brush off, and this will kind of skim the top of the surfaces and vacuum off debris for you. So if you want to kind of deep clean the hardwood floors or the tile and grout floors, let's say you've got a tile and grout floor, and you got the recessed grout lines, or you've got a hardwood floor that's old, that's got some cracks in it. That can be difficult to clean, even when you're just going over with a power head. So you might want a brush to put on this. So this turns into an electric broom by putting this parquet brush on there. Nice soft parquet brush, and it's kind of got like a head that kind of floats a little bit. So if you want to push down on it a little bit, and you want to get into the grout line, you can. If you want to get into the hardwood floors, the cracks in the hardwood floors, you can. So let's show you how easy it is to remove this. Took me 5 or 10 times to do this, but very easy to pop the head on and off. All you do, just push this button, that comes off, and now you got yourself a nice electric broom. Now in my house, I have a big house, but it's very old. So there's a lot of different floor surfaces. There's a lot of different nooks and crannies and a lot of different angles to clean. So we've had a Sebo Felix we have a lot of vacuums at home. This is one of them, and we reach for this a lot. And this is why. Because we have a lot of bare floors. We have an old cement floor, we've got a tile and grout floor, we've got a hardwood floor, and a lot of them, some of them have area rugs on them, okay? So if we're just gonna do the bare floors, we don't need to carry that power head around. We're just going around with a nice electric broom. And then when it's time, we can pop that power head on. So let's go over here, Mike, and let's just show. We don't have a lot of bare floors in our showroom, but we can kind of show you, give you an idea how it works on the bare floor. So again, let me close that. Got the swivel, okay, so it's easy to get different angles. Okay, so it's very lightweight. A lot of bare floor attachments will kind of push the dirt forward, but you can see, I don't know if you can see that, Mike. Yeah. Can you come over here a little bit, just so you can take a look at there, and you can see a lot of times it'll push the debris in front of you, or pull behind you. This is picking it up. Pretty cool, right? So again, electric broom, very easy to use, nice and lightweight. Oh, I didn't mention either that the machine has very good filtration. Okay, so they have what's called hospital grade filtration, and all the Sebos, like the canisters, have a soft bumper around it. They call it the air belt. I'm not sure if they call this the air belt on this or not, but this is also all filter. So there's a filter bag, and then there's also a filter on the whole exhaust of the machine. So pop that off, and now we're back to our 2-motor upright. Okay, just like that. So, okay, so there's a few attachments that we have on board here. Okay, anyway, sorry, we got interrupted again. So there's a few attachments on board. You can pop this hose off, okay? And you know, if you're vacuuming along and you want to dust maybe the coffee table, end table, it comes with a dust brush, okay? Windowsill. Now this is not a big deal, okay? But it's real important to understand that this is, all the little things make the big difference. You're not getting away from vacuuming, right? I mean, you're never going to get away from vacuuming. We want to keep our home clean. We want to keep our home healthy. So it's nice to have the right vacuum to do that job for you. And again, is this a big deal? No. But even little things like this kind of make the big difference. Like this dust brush, nice soft horsehair, but it comes to a point, okay? Why? Because our houses aren't round. Our houses have corners, right? So you have a dust brush that if you want to get into the windowsills, you can. If you want to get into the corners, you can with that dust brush. Nice soft horsehair dust brush. What you would do in this case, if you're vacuuming along and you want to get the coffee tables, end tables, you would put the machine on end like this, and then maybe you go like through over here and you clean with the dust brush. There's also a crevice tool on board. Now this machine comes with a whole slew of attachments, and if in our vacuum shops, in addition to VacuumRepairShop.com, we also own a couple of vacuum shops in upstate New York, and we actually add a few other attachments to this machine to make sure you have everything you need. And I'm sure you could make that arrangement. You could work that out with your local vac shop as well. But the crevice tool is also on board. So you got a crevice tool on board. You got a dust brush on board. We actually provide an upholstery tool. Okay. Now again, this being the Sebo Premium Onyx, you do get some extra attachments as well. We give an upholstery tool, sealing and a wall and ceiling tool, and an extra wand. So you can pretty much clean everything with that. You also get with the Premium Onyx, you get an extra hose. Okay, so this is kind of neat. So if you want to show you a couple different ways you can use this machine, and this is why we call this a complete cleaning tool. So if you want to, you can almost use this machine. It's almost like a central vacuum. When we give you get an extension hose with it. So if you want to go up and down the stairs, okay, and you don't want to carry the vacuum up and down stairs, you can leave the machine at the bottom of the stairs and just make your way up the stairs with this. And you're also getting this turbo brush. I think you can see why we think this is a practical machine for everybody. So if you have multiple flooring, if it's great for pet hair, I mean, all the problems you might have at your home as far as your cleaning needs, this will solve a lot of problems for you. So if you have carpeted stairs, if you want to do the furniture, that's got what they call a turbo brush on there. You know what, Mike? I'm going to do this real quick, because this is what I would do if somebody was at the shop. I want to give them a demonstration as if they were at the shop. Everybody comes into our shop and goes, "Can you please clean up?" Because we have this stuff ready to demo, right? So we'll work that pet hair into the chair here. And again, you should go to your local vacuum shop and you should ask them for this demonstration. And if you can't find it, give us a call. We'll tell you where to go. So now this allows you to walk away from the machine with the extension hose, and now we can clean the stairs and we can clean the furniture. Make sense, Mike?
Yep.
So you got your powerful 2-motor upright, you've got your electric broom, you've got a machine here that you can use with all the attachments. I want to show you one more thing. This is kind of cool. If you want, let's say you want to clean it out and take it out and clean the car or something, you can actually lower this handle. You don't have to lower the handle, but if you want to lower that handle, say you want to do a lot of above floor cleaning and you don't want to drag the vacuum around, you can turn it into a portable just by doing this. So now I'm taking it out, I'm cleaning the car, I'm cleaning the furniture. Machine has a variable speed motor, so if I want to do maybe a lampshade or something, you can hear it, right? So it lessens the suction. Maybe I want to do the drapes, right? The curtains, maybe I got a plant that's got some dust on it, and I don't want to suck it in. I can lower that down to, 99% of the time you want full power, but if you want to reduce the suction, you can on this machine. So, Mike, what do you think? I think you can see why this is such a great machine. Why we sell so many of these, right?
It's got everything you need.
It's got everything. Again, German machine, 10-year motor, 10-year parts, 7-year labor. I don't know that I missed anything. I think
Lots of accessories.
Yeah, plenty of all the accessories you need. Most important is that you're at your vac shop. Most vac shops, in our vac shops, we actually give people a few free tune-ups with this machine. We extend in addition to the 10-year motor, 10-year parts, 7-year labor. We actually give a few free tune-ups so people can bring it back and get it cleaned and serviced because we appreciate the business. So I don't think you can go wrong with this machine. You can see why it's a pretty. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but if I am, feel free to give us a call. Or if you like what you see with this machine, be sure to stop at your local vac shop. Sebo's a great name. They got a great reputation, and the warranty is really it's really kind of a no hassle warranty. So can't go wrong with it. Thanks for visiting VacuumRepairShop.com. Be sure to shop local at your local vacuum repair shop.